Given that there was so much going on in Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building, including secret tunnels, paternity tests, elevator fights, power outages, large bags of dip, Amy Schumer, and more twists than a pretzel, it seemed like it would be difficult to tie up in a satisfying way. But Season 2 managed to somehow pull it off, with a crazy fun and twist-heavy conclusion. In this video, we'll go over what happened in the finale, the identity of Bunny's killer, and the new crime involving a Marvel superhero that the trio will have to solve next season. As you would expect, there will be spoilers in this video, so watch out for that. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So at the end of episode 9, it is revealed that Cinda's assistant, Poppy, is actually Becky Butler, who was deemed missing and is the subject of Cinda's hit podcast, All Is Not Okay in Oklahoma. As revealed in the finale, Becky was unhappy in her life as a mayor's aide, so she decided to make a break for it, faking a disappearance, cutting her hair, and starting to wear glasses, before bringing the story to the attention of Cinda and adapting it into a podcast. The podcast turned into a massive success, but Becky/Poppy gets no credit for it, even though Cinda leans on her to find new ideas for a second season. Becky/Poppy brings up the Rose Cooper story, but this is rejected by Cinda, leaving Becky/Poppy desperate to repeat her initial success and find another solution. But we'll get to Becky/Poppy in a minute. With someone out to frame Bloody Mabel, the gang decides to hold a killer reveal party at Bunny's apartment and out the murderer once and for all. Cinda and we'll just call her Poppy from now on, show up with their recording equipment to record the event, only to have the trio initially accuse Cinda of the murder in order to advance her own career and take out the opposition, i.e. the Only Murders gang. Cinda denies this though, claiming that she has no motive, so Mabel switches her attention to the real killer, Cara Delevingne, aka Alice. The trio accuse Alice of wanting Bunny's painting due to its high value, and killing her after she couldn't get it. In a rage, Alice ends up stabbing and killing none other than Charles. And that's it. That's the end. Of course not. After the whole craziness of the party, Cinda congratulates Mabel for her detective work and offers her her very own podcast. But Poppy doesn't like that. Not one bit. Flying off into a rage and revealing the truth that she is in fact the killer. After seducing Detective Krebs, the pair orchestrated a murder plan to kill someone off, pin it on Cinda, and then reap the rewards of catching her. Krebs would be promoted, and Poppy would finally get the podcast that she desperately wanted, seemingly not knowing that anybody can start a podcast with like $20 worth of recording equipment that they bought off of Amazon. I mean, I for one have been a part of like 6 podcasts in my life, so it's really not that hard. Anyways, Poppy begins sneezing, showing that she is the one with the allergy as she is allergic to Bunny's foul-mouthed bird. Also, she knew that Lucy was hidden in the walls that night, and Bunny's last words, number 14 savage, is actually revealed to be the disgusting number 14 sandwich. It is then that the party is revealed to be a big ol' sting operation to catch Poppy red-handed, with Cinda in on it the whole time, and Charles revealing himself to not actually be dead, but just pretending. Acting. Poppy and Krebs are then arrested for the murder of Bunny, and the trio go on their separate ways. Charles goes back to starring in that reboot, and even ends up asking out one of the crew members, Joy. Let's hope he has more luck this time around. Mabel continues renovating her apartment with Alice. Oliver has a heart-to-heart with his not-son son, and comes clean in a sweet moment, and even gets offered a job on Broadway. And they all live happily ever after as they solve yet another murder, and when I say ever after, I mean at least a year. Yeah, this show couldn't be over just yet. It's too successful, so you bet Hulu is gonna milk this cash cow some more. Flash forward now, and the trio reunite at the opening of Oliver's show, where Charles has a leading part in alongside Ben Glenroy, who is played by the unaging, shrinking man himself, Paul Rudd. It is soon shown that Ben and Charles don't really get along whatsoever, with the two of them arguing presumably about Lucy. But who really knows for sure? With Charles threatening Ben and saying that he knew what he did. These words are likely going to come back to haunt him because as the curtain rose and Ben said his first line, he suddenly keeled over and died right then and there, giving the trio a new case to solve in its 3rd season, even though it's not actually in the building anymore, with Mabel summarizing it perfectly, saying, "You've got to be effing kidding me." Not much was given away about why Ben was killed, other than some potential beef with Charles, but we can imagine there'll be plenty of twists, cameos, and dip in Season 3 to keep us all on our toes. And that's it. That's season 2 in the books. But with season 3 recently confirmed, we will likely not have to wait long to see our favorite gang of crime-fighting misfits once again. Although sadly, Steve Martin did confirm that this will likely be his last ever role.